Alright, welcome to day 2 of my very own 7 diapers in 7 days challenge. Today we're going to be using a little scrap piece. This is the final scrap piece I have of the comic print, and this is regular woven cotton. This, I've used it for, I ended up buying way too much. I used it for some pajama pants. I've made 2 diapers with it already. I made a hat for my little boy, and I also made a diaper genie insert for daycare for our cloth diapers. And then this here is, so that's the last piece of this. This here is actually a curtain panel, just a navy blue curtain panel. You can actually see the stitching in it. It's hemmed all the way around. We're just going to cut it up and use it for the rest of this diaper. I actually have no plans what I'm going to do. I just like these 2 colors together. I think they look very manly, boyish, but I do know that the pattern does not quite fit on this fabric. Now, what I could probably do is go ahead and cut it off right here and then extend these tabs a little further. I would space out my snaps a little bit further. I don't think that's what I'm going to do this time because I think I want to just make it cuter. So let's try to turn this fabric. Let's see, what do we got? We have an amazing Spider-Man right there. We've got Spider-Man right here. So let's put the Spider-Man. Iron Man will be upside down. We'll put this all right here on the butt. Actually, Hulk is going to be a little bit off. Let's do that. And then we will put the front of this probably right about here in blue, or maybe a little bit longer. So just that way, this will be solid and the rest will be comic print. Let's go for it. What do you say? I'm going to turn this print over. The reason I'm going to do that is because my marker will actually show up better on that side. And I'll try to make Spider-Man sort of centered there. It won't be perfectly centered, but that's okay. We're just going to roll with it anyway. Let's move this over here, move this towards us. Make sure you can still see it. Make sure I can still see it. It's kind of important that I can see it. I'm just going to draw around it. I'm going to go ahead and draw as much as I can around it because I don't know where I'm going to make that seam to cut over to the blue. We're just going to wing it. Alright, you can barely see my lines. Let me cut this out for you. And done. I actually have a piece big enough in scraps to cut out the rest of this diaper. I can't decide if I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing in this cool print. That is big enough. That's actually going to fit on there just fine. Even if I turn it, yeah. And let me show you. Fits well within the lines. So I can't decide if I'm going to just do the whole thing in this print or add some blue. If I add some navy here, then I can use this tiny little scrap for another one. Do navy here and a little patch of print on the front. Where's yesterday's diaper? So it would be comic print here and then navy everywhere else. Only problem with doing it that way is when you snap this, you pretty much cover up most of the print. Let's just see what that one looked like. Just try to imagine with me for a moment that this little bit in the front here behind the tabs Or I can make the tabs, just the tabs, the comic. Let's see. I'm talking about the next diaper, not this one. This one's going to be comic and blue. But look, I have enough for a tab piece here and a tab piece here. What do you think? Maybe put some Spider-Man on that one. And some Hulk on that one. Turn it around. Yeah, I think so. And it would only go to this line here. Where the elastic starts and stops. That'd be pretty cool, huh? We'll see. I'm going to save these. I'm a maniac when it comes to scrap pieces and piecing things together. And alright, let's grab our curtain panel, which has way too much fabric here. I don't think this is the piece I cut on. I think the piece I cut on to make Wade's diaper is actually still at my mom's. So this is just a curtain panel. I guess we'll just grab a corner and start cutting. I only need a tiny little bit. I'm going to do the entire curve. The hemmed part is too small to get the full tab and a little bit of, because I kind of want the whole, let's see, use this as a reference. Yeah, we'll go to the elastic casing, which is right here. So I have to make my piece just a little bit larger than that. So I'll be kind of cutting off the hemmed area. That's okay. I don't need it for anything else. Use my white marker, which does not work very well. I'm not really a fan of this marker. I don't know if it's dry or what. It's just not. It doesn't even look like it's showing up at all. I ordered some chalk, Taylor's chalk, from Amazon. Is it showing up? Yep, it is. Just barely, but it is. Alright, let me cut this out for you. Now these two pieces are cut out. I promised a mom on Facebook Messenger that I would try to use pins tonight, but I have no idea where they're at, truthfully, so I'll have to use pins on a night when I can find them. Alright. I'm just lining this up, and I'm going to use some Scotch tape, because I don't have pins. If you've watched my other videos, you've seen me use Scotch tape before. I'm going to bend this back a little ways. What I'm going to do is try to find exactly the patterns underneath here, exactly where I want the seam. I'm going to bend it back. There it is. Try to make it straight across. And I'm going to finger press it, meaning I'm going to fold it. Try to press that into submission there. I could probably draw a line on it, right on the edge. Just in case. Alright, so I'm going to leave this, just hold on to it up here at the top. Is it straight? Doesn't even look straight. All that work, it's not even straight. The reason this has to be straight is because I have to go and put snaps right there. Not right on it, but kind of above it, so it must still look good. Take that other piece of tape off. Alright, now I'm going to sew on that crease, on that fold that I just made. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm trying not to bore you with too many details on this one. Make the video a little bit shorter, so if you have not seen me do what I just did, I suggest you check out my playlist called Scraps to Diaper. It's called Sew With Me, Scraps to Diaper. If you check that out, you'll see exactly. I do it several times because that was a very pieced together diaper. So what I just did is I sewed these two pieces together and then I top stitched to hold the seam allowance to one side. I actually really like the top stitching on these cotton ones. Alright, we are ready to cut out the PUL.